Welcome back. Sorry I couldn't be here yesterday. Technical difficulties and all. Speak with the Quiverman at the entrance of the Tampara Deepcroft. Is the clue is the quest that we are into. So I'm not seeing it on my map. Yep, there it is. So off we go. You're Draco Dragonborn, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the deep croft and purge it of the lambs of Delamod. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the calamity, put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took a lesser moon, Delamod, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Delamod exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen that their god turned to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their vast fanaticism. The lambs of Delamod are convinced they're heretics. It is, to say, everyone but them interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the deep craft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gardania and Erosia at large, put an end to their madness. And in we go. 1, 2, 3. Easy, I see. There's the exit or entrance, either way you want to look at it. Okay, it does not look like there's anything there. And then it's just up to us. Our NPCs and the fighting. Whoa. Yeah, we can't do anything here. That's a drop off. So it is going this way. The enemies have been fallen. Alright, looks like this is going to just be a single room. Don't see any treasures, any gifts, any thing that would be needed. So then on to the next part. Take a quick look around here. Not finding anything. Oh, we're getting into a battle zone, a major battle zone, because that's a purple line. treasure. Destroy the orb. 1 of 4 have been destroyed, so there's 2 there and 1 there. Alright, on to our next part. We can't go forward. Looks like it might be a dead end way. But, of course, there's treasure. Which is always good to find. You never know what's going to be in it. Could be something useful, could be something that has no ability. But you can sell it always for the gil. See if that has done anything for us. Oh yes, that brass gorgot is helpful. And as was said, this is a dead end and can't jump up there. Greetings, viewer. I hope you are doing well this morning. May you be blessed. And off we are to another major fight. But before we do that, did see that got us a shirt, but what we have is better, so let's do this, boys and girls. Rock and roll time. Put the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And again, we can't go that way. We're going to have to go around. See, everything always wants to center on my tank, which is good. That lets me run around, do what I need to do, and be the literal pain in the butt. And when we're both attacking on the same thing, it does make it a lot quicker. And a little more helpful as team goes, but sometimes there's points I find I've got to attack things that are off to the side, things that are not being attacked by my people. And the NPCs, there's 3 of them. So if they are fighting on one and I'm on something else, we should be able to work it out and get it done. Now we can't get into that next area yet, even though it looks like, hey, that's only a low wall. You should be able to just jump that. You're wanting to try to hurt my tank. I say no. See, we can't go through the barrier. That's a low wall. I should be able to jump it, but no. They don't want you to. So into here we go. To fight a whole squadron. Now, Tank, you don't need to stand in front of me. I can handle myself. Who summons me from the void? Alright, time to disengage and re-engage on some smaller enemies. Let the tank have some fun. Small enemies are gone. Back to Big Baddie. There, we got it before he could call anymore. Another job successfully done. Doesn't look like there's anything else. So let's exit. And off we go to see Mother. Draco, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You served Gardinia well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond our White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Frank at the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battle to come, and I am sure the news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Woohoo! We have somewhere to go after we talk to Mother. Probably got many places to go, but we're up to level 29. I think it's 30 that we gotta go back and see our master, so. Welcome back, Draco. I'm reliably informed that your foray into Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has come to even more common occurrence within our fraternity of light. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences, uh, as if to illustrate the point. Aver's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the bells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes to any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, of some parting advice, get rid of Avery's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever the bells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of the thing, all right? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry. Avery, please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send men like you on missions without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Alda. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you're nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. Bum, bum, bum. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Alda. Once you arrive, seek out Mom Odie, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as a sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Draco, and good luck. Alright, so before we do that, well, that's to join the carpenters. I don't want to join the carpenters. Oh, only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear an unprepared adventurer from limb to limb. Yeah, papers let us see. Now, yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Draco. In the future, should you wish to pass, you only need to say the word. Alright, so Saphine earrings give me a strength, a vitality, and tenacity. Strength, vitality, and skill speed. As no ordinary adventurer is granted passage through the White Wolf Gate, I am Russ, the Bond of the Wood Wheelers, and I would see you live up to your reputation. My fellow Wheelers at Dunstan Spire are in grave need of adventurers' aid. Should you have mind to make yourself useful, travel there and seek out the Vinox. We're going to open the central shroud. Oh, what are you looking for, farmer? Why must I have such ill luck? I finally meet a good man, tall, handsome, caring. Invite him out for a romantic afternoon on Hope Seed Pond, just the two of us, and casting our lives into calm water as we listen to the forest whispers. But what happens on the path home? What always happens? We're attacked by a pack of leadworms, and of course, gentlemen, he is. My love sacrifices himself to the creatures that I might escape unscathed. And so here I sit, 20 summers gone since my first name day, and still without husband. Oh, and I almost forgot, the Ludwins have finished devouring my soulmate, and now they are after me. Perhaps I should just sit here and allow them to ravage my flesh. Is there no one who will come to my rescue? Recommended level for the fate is 31, and I'm 29. Hey, I got one dead. But they got me. I didn't do too good. I tried. That didn't help me, no. See, all my gear is pretty much good. Nothing is low, except over in the gems. There has to be a mender. There he is. Hey, these are unique, untradeable items, so I will just take and place them right down here because I cannot use them. And why do I have another bronze crossbeam hammer? Oh well. That didn't help me. Not high enough level to repair things yet. Okay, that's nice to know. See, I've already got the central shroud opened. But they want us to go to Olda. So how are you taking to Olda, Draco? Ah, how do I know your name? The information is my stock and trade venture. You'd be amazed by what I know. Long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Joseph at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was as easy, huh? You be careful with those. Break anything, and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg pardon? What is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not so small fortune in prizes, aptly won by yours truly at the Gold Saucer. You have heard of the Gold Saucer, nay? Ye gods, man, you might as well at least try to keep up with times. It's only the Sultan's finest and newest and finest place of entertainment. Thrilled to the sight of the majestic birds roaring down the straits at the chocobo races, pit your wits against the peers at triple triad tables. At the Golden Saucer, one can only do this and more, and if you know what you're about, you'll walk out a wealthier man than you entered. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of promenading, I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? Wink, wink. But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how in Thal's good name you can experience the wonders of the gold saucer firsthand. Am I right? Or am I right? I thought so much. Well, since it has been my lucky day, I don't see why I shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from one eligible young man about town to another. Just show that ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over by the landing, and she'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from me, should our paths cross at the triple triad tables. Nay, not so much as an ounce. Ha ha. What do you want? You want level 50? You want level 80? Tell me what brings you here, friend. Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some, some small jobs to add a little weight to the coin purse of yours. Well, you're in luck. The Pugulas have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had pelts and a few snapping screws. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping screw pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. And you can find the creature's room in Central Town. Do you have business with the Platinum Mirage this morning? A missile from Wormmond. Alright, then, let's have a look. Bird is barren, let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wormmond's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Mayhap adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 months' mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. Hey, you, I saw you looking at me. You got something to say, huh? No, well, I do. You know, did Alanta. Short, broke, never pays what he owes. Yeah, the bleeding man. Tell him to pay up, or I swear by the 12 I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like a second coming of Dalamod. If I see that little white face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp. Like as not, so you go and tell him. I'm trying to do my best on some of these people. They want me to join the Pugulas, but I like my Lancer role. Another NLT. Woohoo! Welcome to Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself too. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for real. Are you called Dragonborn by any chance? Mother sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? proprietary God's Almighty second coming under the sun, and I would have set afire a tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the vendor who will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much looted adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papa Shan, formerly of the Sultan's Horn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Draco on his mission? Yes, of course. The petition is in question was submitted by acquaintance of mine at Amagin and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development in the copper bell mines. To be flying giants have seized control of the place. These giants are the clan known as Heck. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mine during the bygone Throne Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about the treatment in the hands of our ancestors, and their presence was forced the suspension of all mining activity on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Throne Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the Heck to work their mines. By way of an enchanted helms, they were able to bind the fierce creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Heck, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that with the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about a copper bell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. Said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand of the building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit deeper and freed the giants. Gods to think the poor creatures are still living and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at the Copper Bell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is a task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know, Copper Bell mines in the Western Thailand. Do take care. You hear? One last thing before you depart. An employee of Amajin and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa. He knows Copper Bell mines well. It may behoove you to seek out his counsel. Well, hello, Charles Berger. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copper Bell, are you? You've got guts, mate. Just hope you've got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. And the Heck left the place in the right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copper Bell was old when the second UI dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for rebuilding efforts, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We know full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in a company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of our nation's resting on you, my friend. Best of luck. Yay. Really? Dressed like Spider Man? Okay. Okay, good gods to be good. Kill their goon. Alright. I'll give back every Gilio, I swear. But no more beatings. I beg you. Look, I haven't got the Gil on hand, but I do have this ring. It ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. Was my dear departed mom's wedding ring. God's rest her soul, but she'll understand. Show it to Main over at the Osir, and you'll get your coin. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Azran's Other? You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Didilata? Very well. It is most unfortunate for drastic measures that must be taken, and doubly so when the item in question is opaque, and such a gaudy, poorly wrought one at that. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Last, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, since this is rather unusual circumstance, we shall waive the fee this one. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. I'm Erasmus of the Order of Naldal, and I'm charged with studying the anatomy of the region's fauna and the environments in which they dwell. For the dark art of our order is death itself, and the power over death can only come through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Valiant, and there is much work to be done before the day. Aid me, brother, bring me 5 bottles of Marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures and they thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside in the city in Western Valium by the way of the gate of the salt. Do take care, they're feisty little creatures when threatened. Okay, it looks like someone out here wants something. We're in no short need out here for work. How can the demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for rogue and sun-soaked dresses and feed my marmot? Oh, if only I had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed more initiative, surely he would be rewarded, maybe even promoted. If things don't improve, I don't I won't be long before I join the beggars in peril lane. Save me from the cruel fate, I beg of you. Speak with my husband, Bobonima, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Coliseum entrance wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. Hey, I'm Bobonima. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. That is, if you believe that harpy I have a wife. She never cooks, she never cleans. She just gallivants around spending my hard earned money, and now I see she's speaking ill of me to bloody strangers. Well, if you're hell's bent on meddling in my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these frenzy the fair flyers and posting them on the walls inside the Coliseum. I've still got a long shift ahead of me standing out here, so I won't be getting to it anytime soon. When you finish, go and tell Vulcan at the Gladiators Guild he should give you something for your trouble. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You help him, Bobo? Well, ain't that charitable of you. Fran's got pretty popular of late, and his fans keep stealing these flyers and taking them home as souvenirs. Hey, so you've met Bobo's wife? Now I understand. Sorry to hear you got caught up in all that. If you ask me, they made for one another. Not that it's my place to judge mind any road we appreciate. Have you come to wish me luck? I appreciate the thought. But there's no need to worry. What? You don't know who I am? I'm the biggest thing that's coming to the Coliseum. Zaz is my name, and you'll be hearing all about my exploits in the coming days. I've even thought of a title for myself, the Garnet Gladiator. Which reminds me, I have yet to collect the circlet I commissioned from the Goldsmith Guild. You wouldn't mind picking it up for me, would you? Good, you're arson here looking for work. Well, you're in luck. Just so happens I've a deed what needs doing. Wild ladybug's been wrecking bloody havoc in the outskirts of town. Something in the air of light made 'em ornery as oryx in rut. Ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers they're more than a match for any merchant who's seen more days at the teat than he has in the battlefield. Well, what'll it be? Fancy putting down 4 or so of the bloody buggers, or don't you? Okay. Hold on, there's something else here. Let's look at the map. The Goldsmiths Guild. So, looks like if I head this way, and I take a turn, to take a turn, to turn again. Yeah, I could have ported around for free, but says circlet. Just a moment, sir. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zaz's exact specifications has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work, and we're still waiting on the next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to Crooked Haft at the Miners Guild? My records indicate that he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap he slipped his mind. Is there something more you want? Oh, you want me to join your guild? No. Still gotta work on getting my blacksmithing up. Da, 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 da. I have in mind to drain the pine, so hurry up and speak your business. She wants how many bloody garnets? 7 bells, man. They don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad, what fancies himself the next rounds the fair, ought to worry less about style and more about swordplay. Any road, I'll do my part to ensure the little nosebleed gets bedecked in all the gosh darn garnets he can afford. And if he dies in the first fight, well, at least he'll leave a pretty corpse. Join our guild. Mine away. It looks like everything I want and do is done here. So now we need to go to Center of Holland. So Campy, like Camping's going to help me. Ironlands don't help me, don't help me. Silver Fork is right along the same level. Silver Halibard goes up one. Only up one. Steel Spear. Can't use it yet. And Heavy Lance, I can't do that, so guess I'll stay with the weapon I have. That's weapons. Is clothing over here? Retainer, jeweler. Iron helm. Reinforced iron skeleton. That's 5. That's 5. That's 9. So yes, we'll take a turban. A steel chainmail is a 7. So steel chainmail. Hands. Iron scale fingers. Ooh, steel vambraces. That's nice. Padded cotton. Goat skin breeches. Cotton keeks. Velveteen. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's even better. A 5. 5, a 9. I really don't like the color sometimes. I don't mind the pants. Shirt, not really. Gloves are okay, shoes are okay, and I guess the hat's okay. And you want someone who's level 50. Alright, so in name of science I have doesn't look like these creatures have anything more they can do for me. There's some snap and shrews. Alright, so we have the shrews. Alright, so I need to get to the steps of Alda. Looks like mostly everything is up there. Chocobo. Back already, are you? Come, let's see what you brought. Exceptional. These are fine, true pelts indeed. Well done, my friend. The Pugilist Guild is among my largest clients. I fear what would have come to pass had this order been delayed any longer. Take this, Get more than earned it. The blood, have you brought it? Yes, this shall serve nicely. By virtue of the toil, I am one step closer to publishing the many breaths of Fallon. Thank you. Take this as recomps. Go now, and may the traders smile upon you. Eye patch don't help me. Hempen hat. Don't know if that would help my person because they're a 6. So let's take the 10 pieces. Now the next thing we need is in Western Thalon. And Western Thalon is right out this gate. And nature calls. So I'll be right back. Let's put up a view here so people can look. Oh, sorry, that took a little longer than I expected. And I have everything that's needed. But that's showing something else off that direction. Oh, the mine's way up there. There's a settlement and has some things. And a couple more settlements. Yeah, so we'll be coming back out here on the steps at some point. That's fine. I want to turn the beetles in, get that done. Back in one piece, are you? It's about bloody time. I'd admit you look as you just picked your sword up yesterday, but you handled yourself well enough. I'll give you that. And here, I'll give you this as well. Ain't worth a night at Alden's finest pillow house, but I'm sure you'll find use for it. Those gloves do nothing. I don't think that would help my other form, so it looks like Alda itself, we are done. So let's head off to Western Thailand. We know we need to go off to the mine. And along the way, it looks like we can hit this little village. See what they might have to say. No, 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 no. This can't be happening. There's no time to send for more. And no, you there. Please, you must help me. Go kill as many cactars as you must to gather 4 bottles of their blood. I don't care if you have to hunt the little green things down to execution. Please, there's no time to explain. Just my life hangs in the balance. For the love of God's hurry, man. You've time to spare, don't mind, make yourself useful, and help me find my missing crates. The manifest clearly states that there are 3 crates bound for East Elnar Trading Company were included in the last shipment from Vesper Bay, but I can't seem to find the bloody things. They ought to be around here somewhere, but I can't waste any more time looking. If you find the crates, bring them to me. I saw a crate here. There's a crate here. And a crate here. His asks are small, easy, and done. Did you find my crates? Good job, friend. These will make the next weekend, thanks to you. The shipments never stop coming day in, day out. Just keep track of everything is enough to give me migraines. Business is good, true, but what use is money if you haven't the time to spend it? I haven't downed a pint with friends in weeks. Boxes, crates, barrels, lifting, moving, stacking, there's no end to it. I'm so tired, so very tired. Say, friend, to a hard-working stranger in kindness, would you see this letter safe to Kiki Poo at the Silver Bazaar? I'd call on her myself, but I haven't the time, and I doubt these weary legs would carry me there even if I did. I'd like to send her something nice along the way. Could trouble you to scrounge up, say, 5 hammerbeak tail feathers. Gods know you can only find the beast around here easy enough. Kiki Poo's a dear old friend. She's called the Silver Bazaar her home for far too long, and there's been rumors of the place of late. I'd just like to make sure she's well. Have you heard news of the goblet and the quality land so desperately covered it is auctioned off to bidders regardless of their origins? Even inventors have the right to participate. Just imagine the entire area could end up owned by wealthy foreign. Beg your pardon, sir. It isn't that I dislike adventures, far from it, but when you consider the Alda is still struggling to accommodate countless refugees, the idea that this land is being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least they could do is give the preferential treatment to hard-working old dens like me. I've been saving for years, just waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. Say you wouldn't happen to be curious as well, would you, about the goblet? My hands are full here, but if you a moment to head that way and look into auction business on my behalf, I'd be so grateful. There's bound to be immortal flames represented with the gates of goblet. Who could explain what's going on? This would happen without General Robon's approval of that much, I'm sure. You there, yes, you. You're an adventurer, are you not? You travel about Erosia slaying beasts and finding treasures, that sort of thing. I've need of help. I must travel to Horizon where my cargo awaits, but my chocobo slugger won't move an ilm. I've tried to have a closer look, but I saw a vile pair of antennae protruding from his feathers and lost my nerve. I love Slugger with all my heart, but bugs I cannot do. I fear he may have parasite ladybug that's gorging itself on his blood. Check him for me, would you? And if you find A ladybug dug in there somewhere. Kill the darn thing. QQ. That's it. QQ, QQ. Slugger said thank you, and you've my thanks as well. Oh, it sure is sun up. It was a parasite ladybug. Must have latched itself on somewhere along the road, but how the bloody thing managed to stay concealed at that size is complete mystery to me. In fact, I'm not even going to question it. I'd just like to move on and put this all behind me. If we don't keep our chocobos healthy, cargo won't be able to move over land. We owe these birds a great debt. I wish more folk would see that. Alright, so now one guy wants cacti. I don't know why you wanted to get involved. Cacti are gone. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You brought the cacti blood? All 4 bottles? Show me. Phew! You saved my hide, friend. Just stop to give me cargo a check on the way to Aldar, so all my bottles of Razahan skin tonic were as empty as Garnlean promised. Looks as though the lid shook off in transit and the whole load spilled right out. But I refused to have it, and that Guntram failed to make good on a delivery. Cactar blood is supposed to help keep the skin supple. I'll just use what you brought to fill my empty bottles, and all those lovely Eldon ladies will be none the wiser. Oh, don't worry about getting found out. Rasahan skin tonic is still a rare find, all the more so this far south I'd venture. None of Eldon have even known it from the amplest of their own puss. This town is done. We're not far from the one spot that, just like over in the other land, we can go to and find out, oh, you can own a place here. Just bid. Heard about the auctions, have you? You're not the first to approach me this morn. Hey, 'tis true, in an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all lands within the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic, some might say, the only adventurers will be permitted to settle within the wards, but such decisions were made by wiser men than I. A beautiful place, the goblet, a man-made oasis built atop a towering butte. But why bother explaining when you can see it yourself? Just head through those gates and follow the road. If you wish to know more about the goblet, speak to the recruit station just past the entrance. He'll be happy to assist you. Proceed to where the goblet is. adventure, welcome to the Goblet. Beg your pardon, the Eldane woman asks you to learn more about the auctions. Oh dear, as you may have heard, these plots are reserved exclusively for adventurers. Since your friend is Eldane citizen, she is ineligible to participate. Should you yourself have in mind to purchase a plot, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Beautiful little place. Don't think anything is up for sale. So, I may not go that way. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. 3 million for those two. Those. $47 million for that one. $16 mil for that one. And I only have 6,000. Like, no. I have no money to buy a house. You return, tell me what you've learned with the auctions. What do you mean it's reserved exclusively for adventurers? I mean, sure, times are tough, but every nation is scrambling to attract formidable fighters. But what about my needs? What about my 40 acres? And a chocobo? Bah, it's just not fair. Well, if I had money to buy a place, I'd let you be there. gotta take out some hammer beaks. R3. And 5. Quick, fast, easy. I don't think I want that. There's been an incident inside the Copperville mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're an inventor who's volunteered to quell the hex? I don't think that Papa Chan should be able to find someone so quickly. If at all, the giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now. It's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see them, the better. Be ready best you can, and enter at will. And it's been 2 hours. So I think this is where we're going to leave it for now. We will be back later yet today. So for right now, I bid you adieu, adventurer. And may your journeys be swift, and may they be strong. But before we go, let us look to see. Is there anyone we can take and go out and raid? Why, yes, there is. So let's load up Let's get ready. And let's go tell Mia Bacon. Good morning.
Tentacles? Like 10?